Adam Longo takes us to a sculpture that has traveled the world and now sits in our very own D.C. This is the story of Mia Florentine's love-hate.
We throw around a lot of four-letter words, of course, in our fine city, but could there be two more ubiquitous than these two here in Farragut Square? Love and hate. We love our city, we hate its traffic. We love our politics, we hate politicians. This sculpture was actually done by a German artist, and it's an ambigram, which is a word, a phrase, or an image that looks the same from multiple standpoints. And that's what you're going to see here. We wanted to talk with this German artist about why this sculpture was at home here in D.C.
Guten Tag. We're pleased to have with us Mia Florentine Weiss, who is the artist, the sculptor, the mother of this love-hate design, who has brought her work to DC. Mia, it is a great pleasure to talk to you. You are in Berlin. Let's start things off by asking, why DC? Why was this the city to have your American debut for this sculpture?
The place was in the media because you had Black Lives Matter. It's like a stone throw from the White House. It's very symbolic. It's almost as though that the pendant of the sculptures in Berlin, they're at the East Side Gallery. That's where the wall used to run and where you still see pieces of the wall. So having it in Washington, D.C., in a place, in a time where there's so much tension and there's so much going on politically, I think that's a very nice metaphor to sort of embrace the sculptures.
Okay, so Mia, let's get to the bottom of this. What is the message?
Art is never, it's never like it's never a school book. So you have to find your own interpretation. I'm sort of super happy, but I'm feeling really, really low, and I really desire something I should not, but I want to live to the rules. So every human being, because that's what makes us human, is torn between those two ambiguous feelings. For me, at the end, it's definitely a call for action. I think it's something that we see and we got to respond immediately. And it shows us that art is system relevant. We need art to breathe, otherwise we couldn't go on. It's really important that, you know, we have this giant message of love, hate in the street, and we can make a choice. We have our own choice. And at the end, that's my advice: choose love, because we only have one planet, we only have one life. And if we decide to spread love, we are all much better off.
Well, it certainly speaks to the duality that is very present here in the United States. So no doubt that it is home here in the States and specifically in D.C. And those that haven't gotten a chance, make sure they check out what you posted. That's the view. That's that shot where love turns to hate and hate turns to love. That is the moment when we all turn our life around.
Yeah, I put a bunch of pictures and video on my Twitter page, so you can see that. Just check that out at Adam Longo TV. One of the disappointing things is the day that we actually went out there, Reese, to do this shoot, it was so cold. We were hoping to stop some folks and ask them about how they interpreted this, but everyone was just, you know, Farragut Square, 5 o'clock, man. Everyone was just going their way and just trying to get to where they were going. You know, for Mia, in this conversation that I had with her, you know, it's about what do you choose, love or hate? So it was interesting to just sort of scroll Instagram and see people who have taken pictures in front of this sculpture. Did they take the picture in front of the love, or did they take the picture in front of the hate? So 100% people were taking pictures in front of the love. Now, by the way, this was the first place in the U.S. for this sculpture to be displayed. It's actually next month going to be lifted out of Farragut Square Park. It's going to South by Southwest in Austin. After that, it'll be displayed outside of a bunch of German consulates in different places around the country. Really just two powerful intertwined emotions here. And actually, EU and German politicians have embraced this as sort of something synonymous to modern Europe, right? Modern Europe emerged from the ashes of all the hatred of World War II, so they can draw this direct parallel there from hate to love.
I love it, and I'm also a fool for ambigrams. I'm a fool for this kind of art that's out in the space, especially stuff that can move. You know, I'm a baby, so this is certainly right up my alley. Also, clearly there is a need for more content, since you said not one person has posed next to the hate. Get on it, people.
Right, that's what we need. I told
it
Mia,
happen.
and I was kind of ashamed to tell her this, but I didn't know what an ammogram was. I'd never heard that word in my life until we did this story. So I thank her for opening my mind to this and to the art that she brought. Listen, we got this story pitched by one of our editors, Talou. She came at us with this. We love to do story about art. In fact, I just interviewed a muralist today down at 9th and U. Incredible story. Can't wait to share that with you. But listen, any tips you have, artists you think we should talk to, public art spaces you think we should see, hit me at alongowsa9.com or any of the social media platforms.
Keep killing it, Talou.